Did you guys see Riley's first date?
Red alert!
There are several familiar faces in the much-anticipated Inside Out 2, which is in theaters now, breaking many records. After 9 years, Joy and her friends are back in headquarters. But the sequel has a new lead emotion: the terrifying anxiety. Nevertheless, Inside Out 2 proved to be a funny and heartfelt sequel. And of course, Pixar included as many Easter eggs in the film as possible. Just a fair warning though, spoilers are ahead if you haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet. At one point in the film, when the original, aka core emotions, explore Riley's mind trying desperately to go back to the headquarters after anxiety ordered them to leave, they realize that the landscape has completely changed since Joy and Sadness got lost in the stacks of memories in the original film. One of the new things they came across is Mount Rushmore. More than 4 different boys carved into rock in Mount Rushmore, just like the real Mount Rushmore. One of those faces is Lance/Blade, and we'll talk about him later. But there's another familiar face on the monument, the one and only Jordan, the boy that Riley went on a date with in the Pixar short Riley's First Date. Now, let's continue with Forgotter Paula and Forgotter Bobby, shall we? The mind workers responsible for the triple dent gum commercial that is stuck in Riley's head also makes an appearance in the sequel. Joy and the others try to use the mind workers to get back into headquarters. The 2 workers are named Forgetter Paula and Forgetter Bobby. The characters are named after the actors who voiced them: Paula Poundstone and Bobby Moynihan. How amazing is that? Oh, and by the way, did you guys notice that Riley is wearing the same rainbow shirt? But this time, the shirt is too small for her since she got into puberty. Next on our list is Bunny from the Toy Story franchise. In one scene, Joy and the other emotions are shocked to see that Goofball Island still looks the same, but Family Island has become smaller. Sadness isn't even able to see Family Island anymore, which is why Joy hands her a pair of binoculars. This pair of binoculars happens to be the beloved Lenny from the Toy Story films, without his eyeballs, of course. As they call back to the original film, we see that Riley's dad still makes monkey noises with her. She will always be his little girl. Oh, and yes, I absolutely love that Fear has a coffee mug from Dream Productions. But what about Bing Bong? Did you see him in the sequel? Inside Joy's bedroom, more precisely, on the shelf next to the bed where she sleeps, you can see an origami of Bing Bong and his wagon. The other characters forgot about him, but Joy didn't. There's also an Onward reference. A Pixar reference to a Pixar film is a must for the company, and they've included many nods to some of their earlier releases, including Onward, the 2020 adventure film, where Joy meets Ennui and she struggles to pronounce her name.
Well, come on up here, Onward. Am I saying right? Onward? No.
And at one point, she even calls her Onward. As for the Brang shirt, the one Riley is sleeping with, that is her dad's shirt. Interestingly, Brang is her dad's company. Brang is also the reason why Riley and her family moved to San Francisco in the first place. Next on our list is the turning red reference. If you look closely, you can see a Four Town poster in Riley's room. Four Town is the band that Me and her friends loved in Turning Red. And just like with every other Pixar film, this one includes the A113 Easter egg. In Inside Out 2, it appears on the vault. The vault has the Roman numerals ACXIII above it. The appearance of the number A113 in Pixar movies serves as a reference to a classroom at the California Institute of the Arts, a classroom in which many of the studio minds learned about animation. As for Bloofy and Poochie, well, they were definitely inspired by TV shows like Dora's Backpack and Mickey's Toodles. Poochie even breaks the fourth wall, so yeah, the creators wanted to link these characters to the previously mentioned shows. We previously mentioned Lance/Blade, but did you guys know that the character was inspired from Final Fantasy? They look the same. Oh, and that fictional pizzeria in which Riley and her friends eat pizza is called Spiney's Pizza. Spiney's Pizza was named after the late Carol Spiney, known for his work as Big Bird on Sesame Street. This serves more as a personal reference from the director Kelsey Mann, who revealed he was a huge fan of Sesame Street growing up. I absolutely love that there are so many Easter eggs in Pixar films. They managed to make this a thing, and fans all over the world are watching their movies over and over again in order to find as many Easter eggs as possible. Last but not least, we have the Hidden Mickey. A Disney Easter egg in a Pixar movie is also a must. In the credit scene, we see a Dole Whip dessert among the drawings that scroll together with the credits. And if you take a closer look, you'll see a Mickey Mouse silhouette on the cup. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.